All right, you're working with quadratics in your math class and your teacher wants you to graph that right there. So what you originally would do is you probably just make a table of values, pick some x values, plug them into the x parts of the terms, and you find out what y is. And life would be good if you chose good numbers. But the problem is things are starting to move around. Now that we have an a, a b, a c term, our parabola shifts left, it shifts right, it goes up, it goes down, it does all these crazy things. So if I made this table of values here, and my numbers that I chose for x were -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Well, think about this. I'm going to get that dot, that dot, that dot. I'm not going to show any of the left side of my parabola, which is an issue. I need to know where the left side, the right side, and most importantly, I need to know where the center of that parabola is. So what I'm going to teach you to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to find that axis of symmetry as well as the vertex once you have found the axis of symmetry. So stick with me. Let's get started. Okay, first thing you need to know is you need to know what the discriminant is. The discriminant is this fancy little thing that we do, -b over 2a. You're going to want to find a way to just memorize that. You want to memorize the discriminant. You take the b value, make it negative, divide it by 2 times the a value. So one thing we should know is that this is our a term, this is our b term, this is our c term. You should already know that if you are watching this video right now. So a is 2, b is -24, and c is 88. So here are my pieces of information that I know. I'm going to plug in a value for b, a value for a, which means I want to use these two numbers right here. Okay, so I'm going to take -b. My b value is -24 over 2 times a. 2 times my a value, which is 2. Okay, what this is going to give me, the x value for my line of symmetry. So a double negative is really just a positive, so we're dealing with 24 over 2 times 2, which is 4, and that comes out to 6. So I can tell you right now, on a graph, on a coordinate grid, my axis of symmetry is going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over. So I can go right here and I can do a little line down to 6, because 6 will be my x value of my vertex. And remember, the vertex always falls on the axis of symmetry. Okay, so now that I know my x value is 6 by using the discriminant, take a quadratic in standard form, plug the a value in to the discriminant, plug the b value in, work it all out to know where on the x-axis your line of symmetry will be. Okay, cool, sweet. We've got part of our vertex. Now we just need the y value. Well, in order to find the y value, can't I just use this right here? Heck yeah, you can. Plug your x value in. 6 goes there. 6 goes there. We're going to find y. It'd be no different than making a table of values and choosing 6 right away. This is what I like to do. I like to find my vertex, okay, my line of symmetry, and then I go and I make a table of values. I say, well, if I'm going to pick numbers, I'm going to pick in the center, I'm going to use 6. And then maybe I'll use 7 and 8, and then I'll go behind it and use 5 and 4. What this is going to allow is we know that 6 is going to be my vertex. If that's the center of my table of values, I'm going to the right, I'm going to the left of 6 by going up and going down. So I'm going to show both sides of that parabola. All right, here we go. Take 6, let's plug it into the original quadratic. Y equals 2 times 6 squared minus 24 times 6 minus 24 times 6 plus 88. Plus 88. Okay, and then we just work through it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say 6 squared, which is 36. Now I need to multiply 2 times 36, And then I also need to multiply negative 24 times 6. So 2 times 36 is going to give me that 72. Negative 24 times 6 is going to give me negative 144. And then we're going to add 88 at the end. So I take 72 minus 144, leaving me with negative 72. Add 88. And I'm left with 16. 616 will be the vertex of this parabola. So break it all down. I could then go to a graph, go 6 over, 16 down, put a dot right there, and I know the parabola is going to go off of that. If I want exact points, I just need to plug those numbers in and those numbers in to the original quadratic. A lot going on here. Let's break it all down. You're given a quadratic. You say, I only need to focus on the A and the B because I'm using the discriminant. Once you use the discriminant, it tells you what your x value will be for your vertex. Take that x value, put it back into the quadratic, solve all this, or simplify all that down so that you have a value for y. That's shown here. Okay? Practice it. Do it over and over again. Just look up some quadratic equations in your textbooks and then just practice finding the discriminant. Get the hang of that. Get the hang of that. Get the hang of that. Once you get the hang of finding the discriminant, plug that value in, work it out, work it out, work it out until you can get both values. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.